Real music. Real Project Kult.
Marching song. Forget about that for a moment. You need to address that remark first.
The job of a shitlicker. There you go. 1 of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorite. How did it go? Something about...
He waves erratically. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing.
Worn. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic...
Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition.
The old man keeps following your motion. This looked very much like the murder weapon.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political commissar, the one. I am a deserter, a partisan, and...
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM?
From the insular Indian cities, I left my unit on the eve of the land.
51 minus.
No. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I have...
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, always waiting for her to...
Her who?
Girl child, revolution. I am not a fool. I know the historic opportunity for our revolution has passed. I was just 16 years old. 15 when you could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought a second is all for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's the same thing.
And this was... when?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years. It's not enough. The total combined power of international capital. You're with the RCF. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois. You're the RCM. You represent the moralist intent. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve.
A spray of blood from his... Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
I don't think you did. You live in a deal. There's nothing serious in this. I've used it for...
Killing people.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. I've used it to...
Interesting.
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing after us. Going straight. No. Be careful now. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
I don't want...
And why did you think that was a good idea?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you?
I am a son of a welder.
Exhaust him with the gun. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something...
I saw you poking around there. Looking...
You had direct visibility. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dross.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle...
Forget about your stupid fucking...
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you?
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around, but...
It's a real gun. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to...
He would have a good view of the tribe. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? Good. This feels good, doesn't it?
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're river...
Damn Maybells. So many this year, too. They blossom on the islets before... the coast, too. Before they piled last year.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach the city. With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like...
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with... beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in
The lieutenant raises, while the lieutenant listens. Oh,
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning, and...
Mr. Dross, are you aware?
Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman having sex? Through the scope?
the old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant...
I don't understand.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking?
A rifle scope.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types, you got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver, and I wanted to see his head explode. That too. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it,
He wants to see her, to punish her.
she practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her. No one gives a shit what you think. Since she came to Martinez,
Past the Fell building on the coast?
hiding something in the wall. Her passport and tickets to Riyadh.
In the free state of Seminine,
Yes, after she'd gone.
Sloppy. We should have got...
No, I did. She had a face. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachals that...
You could tell she was a spook?
She had different color hair on the photo.
he's set in it, the bruises. You can't make...
You can't see bruises through a scope. I have my ways. Not in this lifetime, Dwat.
This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast. No, it's not. Fix this.
There's...
The coals of his eyes glisten.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you... Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian. No. I don't really know. I was there one night and she... The day after I killed him. Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
Neither does he. In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in.
Her.
The lieutenant nods.
Where is she? That Clasier.
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. At night, crying or smoking on the roof.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island.
We could get more.
Who knows what he's seen? You could get more out of him.
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seemed the familiar put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. Pumped full of steroids and radio. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He led some nihilistic advertising, yet not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced. Intense, like animals, like those. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing. Every morning he's there. While the parasites he fought to protect. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car.
There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Syphilis is a disease Philip III contracted in a whorehouse. Syphilis is a... Horse. Another hideous disappointment.
Disappointment. So personal.
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own. That mobster toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that first against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time.
Of course. Maybe the Clares don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
I haven't approached any...
How did he know you were?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they?
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I would a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They let me be here.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But
you know why I killed that fucker, Duat.
Again? What have you done?
Try teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomic.
okay, he didn't do the hang the man for the... There is more here. You can feel it. He was not abrupt. The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. He acknowledges it.
That bourgeois cow, Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge built. She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away.
No.
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that...
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the...
Here it is.
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and... She was going home. Waddling. Heading home to Grand Coron or Betancourt. Someplace...
Be abstract here. A bit of drama.
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. Nothing changed. Not in the material base. Not in the head.
Edgar didn't keep him. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, we would strike everything you've...
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. All you know is I saw it happen. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. Her plump every fucking morning. The third royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. I remember him from London. That one. Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be... Not yet. I like to...
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the better. I even hid one bullet.
Hearing it may destabilize him.
No. I waited too long.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross.
They're all dead now.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done.
And I blew them all. All human beings care about... You think I haven't seen people die?
He's not okay.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls.
Glad we talked about what? What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. Do you?
But... No, I don't want to. I have...
He's sweating.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him.
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about...
What is this farce?
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe. You thought you heard...
Maybe we could all fit in there. This is no harmless old man.
This fucking...
No, listen. Listen now.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
This world.
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly. A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
See what exactly? A bug?
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God, but that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long.
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss.
I have absolutely no...
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds. No! The flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will...
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his... You see the insect turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching out.
Shh. Okay.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you. Its end. A sudden chirrup fills the air. Something in its body language has changed. Just slightly. You barely get to take one step. The invertebrate reacts with
Where? Where did it go?
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was scared of you, of humans.
What?
Our suspect's not looking so good. We should... It looks like it has some kind of nest there.
In the reeds, where the phasmid was.
What is it?
Something is very wrong with...
Mr. Drop
The man does not respond. A light shiver passed.
is going into some kind of...
The trembling man.
Between this and the broken tire is used for...
He stares into the reeds. Nothing. Just dark.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb...
I lost.
He turns his eyes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its... This site is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it a...
Silence. The plastic cape flaps around his face. The strength has all gone out.
Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. That could be part of the shock. But you're right.
No response.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arrest. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes.
You will have to be very convincing and
We should think about getting back to the mainland.
the skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff, but for you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Yes?
Look what the tide brought in. What does that say on your back? Beast.
Whatever this is, it is this is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstam. I believe with...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar. And this is your special task force. Special Consultant Trond Heidelstam, Patrol.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi, Precinct 57.
the scene is making even him feel
We might need your help with something later.
as if he recalled that he...
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to perform.
Yes, yes. What's wrong with you? We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Harry, you're a cop with piss on his back. Do you have any idea how...
No. You've sensitivity tested this.
Harry, there are probably pictures. They're going to fuck us to death.
Yes, there could have been cameras. This needs damage control.
There were not any cameras around. They don't have cameras.
Harry, we want to help you.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked. My background is in something else entirely. I engage you.
No, Trant, it's too late. You're part of this shit.
What does he have to say for him? Shit, kid. What an interesting Monica.
You. Shit.
Maybe you've deserved
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look safe at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. I knew it. Didn't I tell you?
The line is from Lou Giatton's Mirova cycle, isn't it? About girl-child communism. The titular returning character, the...
He is correct. It was the Seraïs.
Don't encourage him.
Okay.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to butter you up after you told it. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face?
Absolutely no. He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
Yes, I'm Tranhat Mikhail. Mikhail is my son. No problem. What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in a...
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit.
I'm technically just...
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There! He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Do? It's a Major Crimes Unit. We clear the desk.
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're a detective god. Fuck everything.
It wasn't like...
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Vision. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine...
Interesting.
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Or I keep my shit together. Also, I know.
But Detective Vigmer, he has... Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more...
So you don't remember.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's...
What do you...
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Hardwired to the free market.
Okay, Trant, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he...
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to? Now, nothing. No. Now we discuss that. What?
Lie. Just bide your time. Ask something, then lie.
so refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth. Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun. Yeah, you don't have that. Maybe you can philosophize.
Upgraded it? I don't care about your weapon mania, Harry. I only care about your official sidearm. I don't care. Where is the gun, DRC? I knew it.
This isn't cause for
Oh, I would say it's very bad. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Please put you were never supposed to lose it in the... So you forgot to drink?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let us suspect...
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other for the fact that you're Evrard Claire's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally...
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not... Don't make this harder for yourself.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to...
He thinks of apologizing.
You spent the week with him on this case. On Lieutenant Yefreton.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the...
See?
1 week.
Then there's the apocalypse thing. At first I thought it was a joke, but it's not. He actually thinks it's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian social...
You should yell something. Yes.
Other still, he is also an ultra-liberal hustler who is always on the grind. Horry Rick... And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop, in all the time I've spent with him. And he solved it, near perfectly. In 1 week we have he apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution. A colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island. I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated...
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid. By God!
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia.
So it...
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors. There must be signs of it in the reeds.
There. You need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martin...
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related.
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yes. Fallen through a gap.
The body was transported to precinct...
You're not the only cop in the world.
Still. Good work with the...
It's still a point for you. Noted.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why?
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued
Incredible. Were there exit?
Not as far as I could see. There were others.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such...
Bowers are built by males of the species who can't afford colorful mating displays physically.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown.
Incredible. It's a toughie that you don't have a photo. This would look...
I tried to.
We can still work. Cop discovers new species in there. I know a good.
It needs to be white coats and glassware for them.
You're doing good here. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the...
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject.
Lilianovich, a revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms: Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich.
So, it is what a so.
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it would.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich...
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time in solitude on the islands of this bay. And trauma too. He himself... Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room in which the mercenary...
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that.
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together and work. In bouts. Bouts don't...
God damn it. Doesn't it ever? It will pass. In time.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species, so I have to.
Anything that ends the trial is okay.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be...
The man looks jingling his car keys in...
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well, obviously you're...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, some of your more...
The raw, robust stamina output.
Of course.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy. Oh, you don't say. Does your...
It is getting cold out.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you taught gym in Coron. I believe that's the term.
The smell of sweat. Kuro is just east of Jamrock.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you...
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big...
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with us.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest to God.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you. Dora something. Dora Ingelund?
Not Dora Dubois.
No one is married anymore. This is... God, I don't know. 6 years ago?
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. Too incredibly bangable. Extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous... I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about...
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees of...
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Us? We're the bloody murders.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And everyone respects the...
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run this. Mac the Torso Torsen and...
They are damn iconic though.
Yeah, not like us. God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and...
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me.
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of...
He's one of the most highly regarded men.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, they speak of change. The city. The tent.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some...
Shooting up churches never is.
Our enemies were hiding in a church.
He means it.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted...
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershaw.
The press
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena?
She lives at 11.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off...
She and her husband were conducting. They should know as soon as possible.
She is going to be over the moon. Watch out, or she'll faint.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detective. We just stopped a small-scale war. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, talk to Captain Price. I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains. Work with Price?
This truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even...
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, what...
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage.
Under the noonday sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses. You close your eyes and hear the... Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Yeah, really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?